one who's karmatit. His eternal positioning is not wanting anything. From this present moment. Doesn't matter how the personal life is going, how the spiritual practice is going. The karmatit soul, the avyakta being, the subtle point intentionlessly observes this passing show. Of this person's personal life and spiritual concerns. Just a point, a subtle point. Not even wanting peace, because he is peace. embodiment of contentment. As the one who doesn't desire peace also, only that one can truly be inundated in God's love. Zero want. But this being can see if there is mind's desire to use this moment as a means to get to the next moment. The being knows I was the same yesterday, 10 years ago, 5,000 years ago. I will be the same tomorrow or 5,000 years later. In this seeing, time dissolves. I'm always the same. Then where is tomorrow or yesterday? Can you see this eternal reality of who you are? Can you observe the one who wants to become better with more spiritual practice? See that one as an experience within yourself, the karmatit being. Then silently present with Baba. Is the mind looking for some thoughts, some words to communicate? Or just bathing in his vibrations? The ultimate sukh for the being. That is why Baba tells the soul to just be in his eternal form, original form. Because the wanting, needing of the mind, and not just wanting, not wanting, wanting, needing, not needing, all of that gets merged in the soul. So, what are you without a thought? Because mind is merged. Do you need a thought to construct you? What are you without a feeling of the mind and body? Do you cease to exist? What are you without the psychological chatter of the mind? We're not asking you to stop it. No. Just know your eternal form, what it's like in the absence of the chatter. It's there, but it's merged. And mind may say, oh, there's nothing. Even that thought that it's nothing is just a word. It's a very big challenge for the mind to not have a story to churn on. To not have some thought of the past or the future. To keep ruminating on and create stories out of it. It's a huge challenge for the mind. But does it matter? Who am I? It's a rhetorical question, does not need the answer. It's just seen through God's eyes. We don't need words for this question to be answered. Just needs Baba's eyes. Because mind will be very quick to say, I'm storyless, changeless, timeless being of light. And even if it says that, it's simply words describing mind's attempt to describe the self. But words are not the self. Just the eternal self who's not even started his journey. In whom all the parts are merged, all the words are merged, all the languages are merged, all the stories are merged. just being. And mind can say, oh, I think I got it. Let me see if I can hold on to it. Just being. Bathing in vibrations, silent vibrations from Baba. No interest. Lose interest in whatever mind has to say. Just Baba and his silent vibrations bathing the child. Being home is being beyond thoughts. That's all it is. Whatever is appearing in your experience at this time, the subtle karmatit being knows it's exactly how it is supposed to emerge. As an experience. Because for as long as there is the body, the experiences are not going to stop. Experiences are going to arise and subside every moment. Whether it's a pleasurable experience or a painful experience. Baba and this Avyakta being are motionless witness. Thoughts are going to arise for as long as soul is using the body. We are not trying to stop thinking, but bringing the attention back to Baba and the self. It's extremely important to kind of really know the presence that you are before and beyond mind's projected world, thoughts projected world. And it cannot be done with effort. One has to let go of effort. No effort in even letting go of effort. But just knowing. Once eternal. Original form. The way Baba sees it. In the land beyond sound. Sure. Baba's angels like to share something for next 15 minutes. It's okay to come into sound after silence. This is the beauty. I can be in and out of scenes. I can be in and out of sound, and I still remain unchanged. Yes, Neha.
Om
It is
Shanti.
Shanti.
I would like to share my recent experience. Last time when we've spoken, and after that, I've been observing that it's been a really a magic, but I just felt that I'm so liberated with those thoughts because it was so simple. It was just one thought away that. And now, also, whenever I see myself in that spiral of thoughts, it's just take 1 second, like Baba said, and it actually really takes a second to liberate. And we just see that there was nothing. There was nothing that we were just thinking and creating it so much. So I felt that this is really, even now, sometimes the confusion happens. Why confusion happen? Because this is a deep habit of seeing oneself through karmas. The action, if I'm doing good, then I'm Baba's child. If I'm not doing, there's a very deep conditioning in the mind. Even now, I would say that keep seeing ourselves from the karmas, and the same energy then reflected to others as well. So the more I'm detaching the self from the actions, from not seeing from that space, but again and again and again seeing the self, how Baba sees me in my perfect form. This is very liberating. Sometimes the mind says, oh, but again you are doing the mistake. Again you are doing, but action is not, it constantly, because then I realize it's very deep. It's extremely, it must have started from Dwapar first birth. So it's very deep, but I think this one thought of Baba is very liberating, that see yourself not from your actions, but from the how I the reference point is Baba. Now that has helped a lot, like really. And second practice that I'm doing is really really liberating, is living in the present. I mean, the moment the class is over, it's done, it's finished, and not even good, bad, nothing. The moment this action is done, in the morning when I wake up and sit in Amrit Vela, I see there is such less traffic just because of this one practice. Before, there was so many thoughts of the past day, good, bad, this should be done, that. Now I feel that lingering on has, just with this practice, that it's done, it's already done. Not that I have done and I have done good or I have done bad, or it's done, finished, next, done, finished, next, done, next. So this another practice is naturally helping the soul to remain in silence without an effort, naturally in and this practice has a very powerful impact on my sitting yoga, because now the moment I sit, I feel this so silence. I mean, I don't have to really, first liberate myself from the thoughts, but I feel that concentration, that ekagrita has increased just because of living in, the moment to moment to moment. So thank you. Extremely grateful to your path. Thank you, Baba, and thank you, Didi.
Thank you, Baba, and thank you for sharing. Really appreciate it. It's very important and useful for all of us. Thank you. Anyone else who would like to share? Anane. No, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce the name. Ane.
Sorry, that's Milin. That Anna is my son's name. Sorry.
Okay, sorry. Yes, would you like to share?
Yeah. So last time I asked question about like if anyone else behavior, and so next day I was listening to Hindi Murli, and it was mentioned that like मतलब वक्र दृष्टि वालों से लड़ाई नहीं करनी है, और लाइक कुछ लोग घोस्ट हो सकते हैं, तो आई मीन उनसे लड़ाई भी नहीं करनी और बात भी नहीं करनी. So could you please explain on that?
So I don't exactly know what you're referring to. I kind of have a memory in my mind, but I don't exactly
Okay.
get the whole
Okay.
context of.
Last time I asked question about drama, day-to-day life drama, like how we should react to people's behavior. And like you were saying, like all are Baba's child, and whatever is there is it's in my mind, right?
The best way in spiritual life for the being that I am, the way I, the continuous, unchanging being, go through this changing experiences of the day, the best way is to live life in self-observation rather than how do I react to this situation and how do I act in that situation. Instead of coming from there, because that is where the person is highly activated. Yeah. Instead of coming from that space, being who I am, the karmatit soul, aware of my mind's reactions, the triggers in my mind, I'm aware of that from that space of being karmatit, means from the space of being that avyakt, subtle angel, my perfect form. And from there, more not interested in how do I respond or react or how do I behave when others do this to me and that. No, no, no. Who am I with Baba? And I'm seeing what are the reactions happening in my mind in response to what is happening outside. Yeah? If I'm living life from that space of my perfect karmatit form, aware of my thoughts, words, and actions of the mind and my body, but totally independent of it, then whatever reaction is coming in the mind, I see it. I'm not interested in what's happening outside or how do I react outside. That is just not my concern. The being that I am is more interested in what is happening in my mind's dimension. Yeah. So that those feelings don't get mixed in my truth of who I am. My sense of self is very important. What is my sense of self? Because based on that, I think, I speak, I do, right? All the
Yeah.
doing, thinking, feeling, speaking, perceiving, all happens based on the sense of self. If the sense of self is in that place of being, this body mind, that is my reference point for who I am. You can never do a right action. Doesn't matter how beautiful it may look from outside. It is never a right action.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
even if you as a person kept quiet and used the power to tolerate and whatever, it's still not you.
Mhm. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
so really your reference point, as was mentioned just now, your reference point is God himself for who you are.
Mhm. Okay.
Only from that positioning can you truly observe and then come
Yeah.
into action will be the right action. Yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Somebody's mic is open. We don't know who that is. Hanji. Anyone else? Would like to share?
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
This is Angira.
Ah, okay, we can't see
Body
the
name. Yeah,
mask.
yeah, because I'm outside. So just want to share, since we have started this morning like meditation until 18th, but we are still continuing class. But that 1 hour I have been sitting, and that has helped a lot um, for imbibing Baba's Gyan. It's like that sitting with Baba in the morning is so important for me for this one right now. Because after 2-3 sittings, this one felt like um, everything is like happening by itself, and whatever comes in mind, it's getting surrendered by itself. It's like I didn't have to do anything. And also today felt like um, nothing is real, only Baba and I am real, and things are just happening, and like according to drama, and I'm not doing anything. All this realization like came because of that sitting with Baba in the morning. um, so that's just wanted to share, it's like important.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing. It's very important to have this space when I, the being using this body, sitting silently, being aware of the functionings of the mind from the place of being with Baba, as Baba sees me.
So I am just observing, I'm not doing anything in conference age, just
Just a witness.
yeah.
That's all you are,
And
ever.
I don't even have to say this is not me. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
so that
absolutely.
this is not me is also gone. The mind was saying this is not me is also gone. So that sitting with Baba clears, like see, like I'm able to see all that layers, it's
There's a
very
difference of thoughts.
amazing. Yes.
Inside. It's very good. Yeah.
Mhm.
When I say very good, it's not like if it's the other way, it's not very good. Okay. Very good is it's every scene, every moment is very good. Yeah. That's what it means. Whether
Yes.
the spiritual person gets it or doesn't get it or struggling with it, it doesn't matter. It's still very good. Okay, that's what very good means. Okay.
All the situation comes because it's because I need it in the
Yeah.
drama, right?
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
so everything is good.
Exactly. Exactly. Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, Baba. Anyone else? One last one, and then we will close. Yes, Sister Kiran. Om Shanti.
This one's part had the feeling this one's part is alone practicing this, and if somebody else part is now supporting, the soul itself is supporting for this practice, and continuously having that same attention. If I'm enjoying this moment also and was not enjoying before, is that wrong?
Okay. It is like for the being, no one moment is better than the other.
Yeah,
No
yeah,
one experience is better than the other.
yeah.
But my mind can have this tendency of seeing one moment better than the other, right? So I can see and I can observe with Baba from my karmatik state that mind is preferring this action over that action, this thought over that thought, this experience over that experience. Because for it, there is a past. For the mind, there is a future. And for a mind, there is how's it going to be better in the next moment.
Right.
Yeah. So for the
So
being,
those moments were also
perfect.
necessary.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
So the moment there's nothing to prefer, nothing to
Mm.
resist, you have nothing to think about. Yeah. So that is why. So Baba says, just be who you are with me. Know your eternal form, right? Baba said today, right? When you stabilize in that awareness, you yourself will remain content. Yeah. So there could have been discontentment in the past moment in the mind. That's okay.
It's
Now the mind is feeling content because I did not resist it. So now it's feeling content. And that's also okay.
right.
And the next moment, under the influence of some sanskar, it
Right.
may create some other feeling. And that's also okay.
Mm,
So it's the being that is observing this passing show of sanskars, its manifestation in the bodily sensations. That being is completely just a being that is bodiless living light. Yeah? That being is observing the passing show of the sanskars and the body and its sensations. Yeah?
And it again becomes dependency.
Sorry?
It
Yeah,
again
it's
becomes
dependency. It's dependency on the what my experience is like. Then I will feel good.
yeah.
My experience was not good, then I won't feel good.
Mm.
And it's still the mind doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
Each moment is best, the best.
Best. However it appears, best. Whenever it goes or it doesn't go, best. It's all good for me, the being. Yeah? That is true. Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, it's okay. You can share your experience. Jui J.
Om Shanti Didi.
Om Shanti.
Yeah, it is probably the first time that we are talking, and I really want to thank you. I have been in Gyan for like 4 years, and there was in December there was a situation when, like, when we come in Gyan, uh, this soul had no questions. Like Baba tells you not to eat like onion and garlic and all of that. I'm a vegetarian by birth, but in December, we had a ceremony for my son who's 7 years old. It's a thread ceremony. We have this Janeu when kids become Brahmin. The Laukik Brahmins, they have a ceremony when they have to send their kids to the school. So it was a function of about 2 to 50 people, and I live in Japan. I had to go to India, and just before going to India, I came across your class about Karmatit. You had one class in Ahmedabad, and that helped me to understand what detachment is. And in the part it's going on that my in-laws, my husband, all of them uh, have told me not to enter their house. Like, you are not supposed to enter their house because you've taken some other different path, and they feel that I'm going to surrender myself to Brahma Kumaris and not do anything. But it's okay. Like, this class helped me to get out of that situation so easily. And in my 20 days trip to India, I experienced Baba's magic at every step. First 2 or 3 days I was at the centers, I was just hopping at the center, and then I felt drama is so perfect. Good that they did not let me in their house. I could go to centers, I could meet Didis, I could listen to Murlis, and we have this like Avyak month going on. So there's a lot of things that go on at the centers in India. Here in Japan, our center is really far, so it's very difficult for us to go to center every day, but we try to go on Sundays. So yeah, like I wanted to ask you, Didi, that all the dharnas that we follow, like for food, when we say that the soul is the experiencer, and we can be, we are the detached observer. So when it comes to food, like, it is a big thing in India. Like, my son also kept on asking me, Mama, why is everybody talking and just thinking about food? There's nothing else that people are talking here. So any suggestions how to deal with these, how to follow these dharnas when we are in law cake and when we are in family?
One very important thing is that first see things from God's perspective. Yeah.
Mhm.
Seeing everything from Baba's perspective, what I see is all the beings in the home of light, beyond sound. What is our relationship with each other?
Mhm.
What is our relationship with each other?
Yes, Baba's children, brothers.
Brothers, extremely cooperative,
Mm.
extremely loving, because we don't have the language of separation. We
Right.
don't have the language of you and me. We don't have we don't have this ego mind present, which is saying many things about how should I, what would I. It is just all absent, right? Our eternal form, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
And you, the being, is experiencing, or knowing, rather than, because the word experience also gets lost in its limited meaning. But you, the being, do you see how Baba is truly loving you?
Mm.
Do you have any story as this being of light? Do you need food to survive?
Not at all.
Not at all. As that being, do you see other beings also, not only those beings who are around you playing a part on the world stage, but
Mhm.
those first, let's say, playing the part on the world stage with you?
Mhm.
What are those beings also feeling from Baba?
Mhm.
What are they feeling from Baba? Is
Pure
food important
love.
to, in their eternal state? Is food important to them?
No, not at
No,
all.
not at all. In their eternal state, what their dialogues are, is that their truth?
No,
On the world stage, whatever dialogues their parts are speaking through the bodies, is it their truth?
no.
No. What is their eternal truth? Just as
Just
you,
the pure
your
consciousness.
pure consciousness, languageless, thoughtless, right? They have no thoughts there.
Mm-hmm.
Their tree is merged. Your
Mm.
tree is merged. Do you know anybody as mother-in-law, father-in-law, husband, son, anybody there? Do you have husband, wife there?
No.
No, you only have one Baba and none
Mm.
other. They're all
Mm.
your relatives. And that's
Mm.
true for every being. Only
Mm-hmm.
Baba is there for all relationships, for every being, not just you, but for
Mm.
every being. True?
Mm.
That is the truth.
Yeah.
Now, to what extent are you really seeing this as the truth for yourself and for all the beings?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And whatever your mind's commentary may be, what will they think, my husband, my mother-in-law, it will keep speaking like that, whatever, whatever. You
Mm-hmm.
are not going in the direction of your mind's commentary. You are sticking with the silence of the soul that you are, with Baba and how he's seeing things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? And how he's seeing you all souls.
Mm-hmm.
That attitude, now whatever you come into words with, whatever words come out of your mouth, whatever actions take place, it's all right.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right. Because that's exactly how now your drama is supposed to unfold.
I think that's exactly what happened, because when I came back, it was like I had never experienced the level of cooperation which I did, and in front of like 200, 250 odd people. So they were like nimitatma. We say, like, my father-in-law was a nimit, and he was like, okay, Jain food here, no onion and garlic, please don't serve her. And I was like, yeah, I mean, when we are in that consciousness and when we see them in that consciousness, it works. But then I was being aware that I do not create any kind of guilt for eating, because it was not a Brahma Bhojan for sure. And living apart from India, just like here in Japan, it's there are no situations where we have to eat out being vegetarians. It's always the home cooked food. So these situations when, like, in front of so many people, uh and my kaka is a senior BK, and like he was there, somebody from BK family was rock solid, and my parents had to call him and tell, please tell her not to behave in this way, and like eat the food, because it's like a gathering of 250 people for two or three functions, and it would be really weird, and there's no fault of her husband in that. And this BK soul came, and he was like, let's go to kitchen, give drishti to the food, and let all the souls eat that Brahma Bhojan. So at least not the food cooked by Brahmins, but we could give drishti and have yog in the kitchen.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah. Most important is your consciousness. And then from there, whatever unfolds is the right decision. Yeah.
Mm,
Who am
but,
I? That is really, and really this nischay of who you are and what is your truth.
mm,
Beyond all the thinking mind and its stories and what you're seeing with the eyes and whatever it may be, what is your eternal truth?
mm,
That space from there, if you come, nobody can deny what action comes out of it is wrong. No, it
mm,
is always, always right action from there.
mm,
And it won't be the same action for two people, for two
mm.
souls.
That's right.
It can be very different actions that manifest,
Yeah.
depending on your tree and depending on how much you have gone beyond your tree.
Mm, that's true. Thank you so much, Didi. Thanks a lot for the class that really came in at such a time that when I needed it the most, and the level of understanding, it was a aha moment in Gyan that okay, I realized that I understood detachment for the first time. Till date, I used to feel I'm really detached person. I am not at all attached to. But then listening to it, it was a totally, life changing moment in Gyan. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Baba. He gets what his
Thank you,
children
Baba. Yeah, exactly.
need.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Baba. Om Shanti.
Shanti.